Hello, beloveds. How are you? Another day is yet before us. I hope everyone is well. I have been busy being laid back, and the time is far spent today. We are well into the day, and I just wanted to come on because it's been resonating in me about the shift that I'm in, the change that's before me, the thing that I feel called to do and to be. And I just felt it necessary to come on and do the affirmation for today. And the affirmation for today is, let love transform. Let love transform. You can see the transformation. Excuse my fingers, honey. I've been busy, but look at the people, the folks, the people, lands, realms. Look at this. I believe that this represents angels and spirits and the Creator. These are the present yet living. The eye of light, or the eye of God. You know how spirit is like a vapor? It looks as if the eye of light is just transforming, changing everything. Let love transform. This is going to be an interesting one because I am deep in transformation. Cleaning house, releasing old things, making room for new things. And as a person who has always been present for others, I'm learning to be present for myself. And in doing that, it's an adjustment. It's something that takes time for you to get used to. There are behaviors and thought patterns that you're so programmed to being and reacting to that you have to be able to identify them when they arise and balance yourself. Bring realization to what's actually happening. Are you going to fall back into your old pattern and become the people pleaser, the fixer, the nurturer, which is not a bad thing, but it's something that needs to be balanced. It's something that needs to have barriers set to it. And when you live in that mode for so long, you're always defensive. You're always on the defense. And in the process of going through this transition, the things that you're uh, learning to dump or to leave, because some things you got to cut. Some are for a season, some are for a lifetime, and they may be hurtful or difficult, but it's a process that's necessary. And there's also a process of forgiving and forgiveness. And in order to do that, you got to be transparent. You got to be honest with yourself. And you got to be able to accept your truth. The part you didn't play in it and the part you presently play in it. Past, present, and future. You are actively making a decision to be accountable for your own behaviors. Once you learn what's broken, you have to face the thing that's broken. And facing the thing is work. It's a chore. We don't want to relive our past. We want to build our present and develop our future. But you can't do that without facing your point of brokenness. And there was a post that brought me back to that, and I had to share it. And the post said, she said, pain has traveled through this family too long now. It ends here. I will feel the pain of my ancestors so that I can heal the pain of my ancestors. I will set us free. This curse ends with me. That's my truth. That's my reality. That's what I have been doing most of my life, if not all of my life. Healing others, but in doing so I was wounding myself because I was dealing with trauma as it came. And at the same time as I'm dealing with the trauma, I was trying to protect and cover those who I also identify with as being traumatized. But these were not words or definitions that I could comprehend or understand. They were emotions, they were actions, they were behaviors and thought patterns that I adapted from the things that I was experiencing. And I feel like some people who are watching are waiting for a shoe to drop. The shoe already dropped, baby. It's dropped already, beloved. I'm not here to call people out. I'm here to set captives free. Get free. We've been brought up in tradition of there's one way to be delivered, that there's one way to live and be free. There's one way to manifest what our truth is. And the truth is, it's all related. It's all energy. It's all thought. It's all being. It's all alive. It's all connected. And I find that some people are questioning, wondering about what my belief system is, what is my approach, where am I going and how am I going, am I calling folks out? And it's not about that. It's about ending the cycle. It's about opening eyes to realize that there's a truth to us all, not just my family, not just my generation, every family. I don't care what color you are, what nationality you are. We all have pasts. We all have things connected to us that affect us, and a lot of us never identify them because we're just so used to being in the cycle that it's like, this is it, this is my reality. But it doesn't have to be your reality. You can change your reality, honey, even in your brokenness. And that's what I'm attempting to do. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to harm anyone. I'm trying to get myself free. And in doing so, I'd like you to be free too. However you decide to do that, if it be through chanting, praying, uh, what else is there? Astrology, uh, Jesus, Buddha, chakra, whatever it is. Don't worry about what people are talking about. Don't worry about what they say their truth is and what the right way is. You get free however you need to get free, to break the bonds, to break the things that's hurting. Once you got to come out of your hurt, you got to come out of your brokenness, and you have to do that by any means necessary. So, some of us need to talk about it. Some of us need to do some research on it. Some of us need therapy. But you need to start having a real relationship with yourself. With yourself. Ask yourself some pertinent, important questions. Why am I feeling this? Why is this lingering? Is it lasting? Look at the cycles. There's no such thing as coincidence. Look at your lineage, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents, the people around you, who you socialize with. Why do you think these people are drawn to you or you are drawn to them? Are these the people you really want to be associated and affiliated with for all times? Have you stayed on that same length of thinking and believing all this time? Or are you avoiding something? Or are you pacifying something? I just want y'all to get free. I know what my position is. My position has always been to heal. My position has always been to teach, to lead, to administer medicine to spirit, to souls, to people. My failure in doing that was recognizing my own brokenness and administering it to myself, the medicine and the theologies and knowledge, revelations and wisdoms that I have come across, because people were not able to receive it or judged it, and I strayed away from that. But now I just don't care. I just need to be free more than anything else. And some people may say that is a version of flesh or doing things your own way and not the divine way or God's way. But everybody has their own interpretation of what and who God is. And if God created all things in his image, he's in me, and I know him well enough to know that I didn't create myself. So I just want everybody to come to a point where you realize what your reality is, what your brokenness is, what you've overcome, what you need to overcome, and repair. And that starts with self-evaluation. Once you've done your self-evaluation, then you need to forgive. Forgive yourself for not being able to see, not being able to do the work. But now that you know better, do better. Forgive others. Because 9 times out of 10, the people you're associated with, the people that have hurt you and the people that you have hurt, they've come up in the same thing. You are drawn to the things that have formed you. There's a saying somewhere about look around the 5 people that you hang around the most, and that will tell you your level. Is anybody there at a level above you, or they are below you, or you're all on the same level? Are you comfortable with that level? Is that level of your company growing you? Is it stretching you? Is it leading you and teaching you? in a direction for your highest and greatest good. If not, self-evaluate. It's time to change your circle, to start doing new things. And sometimes that's hard because we've been in the same relationships or friendships or circles or habits for so long we don't know anything else. That's all we know and we're comfortable. But it's time to let go, to be free, to do what the card says. Let love transform. So, let love transform. The spring of love arrives. Excuse me. Now my voice want to act up. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Love is my medicine. Intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into a greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway of life. I have found a bench upon which we may be seated. Nay, not a bench, a love seat. It is carved of precious ruby. It sits under the gentle shade of an ancient, tree that thrives in love's garden. Come sit with me, beloved, as we let the whispers of the great beloved penetrate our hallowed ears, carried upon the sweet afternoon breeze. As the sun begins to set, the colors become vibrant. Even if we are deaf to the beloved's tender whispers, we shall not be blind. We shall be captured by the vivid display of the beloved's artistry and be transported into peace. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. This is why I know this is working for me. But it's not working for you, it's working for me. This confirms everything I just said. How much delight there is from all of those that walk in this way of love. How much delight there is from all those that walk in this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There's nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative endless creative variety. So we're not limited to one thing. Creativity is just that. It's different. It flows. There's no one set way to do it, to be it. The great beloved is a show-off, creating with such genius as to be breathtaking. We were able to remain always in the heart. We would be constantly breathless, in a fit of appreciation and awe so great, truly there would not be even a slither of emptiness through which fear could enter. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You are being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success shall take. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius? No, instead, trust that it will be magnificent, perfection, literally the work of great genius. Detach yourself from expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time when the ripeness is just right, so utterly juicy and sweet. You shall know with certainty that this was the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, nor a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare. Perhaps that might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. Well, I'm so happy to see that you are twiddling your divine thumbs and wondering if you are not going to worry, if you are just going to surrender and trust. Then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course, you can just live your life, but perhaps you may want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight under the fullness of the harvest moon. So, that was confirmation. That was beneficial to much of what I already expressed and shared. And truly, this journey is about being free from whatever hinders you, whatever is stopping you or blocking you. There are things that we are here to fulfill. There are destinies and dreams before us, and we cannot achieve these things until we overcome some things. So stop being scared, stop being stuck in tradition, forgive yourself. You did not know better. You you grew up in an environment, in an atmosphere that forced you to build your own tools to suit what you were working with. Despite it all, you have survived it for a reason. There's a purpose for it. Now put action to your dreams, put actions to your beliefs, demolish fear, and move forward. It's not easy, but you are not alone. You are not alone. And love doesn't force you to fit into a box. Fear does that. Fear tricks you into failure. It forces you to stay limited. Love is unlimited. That's why I can't agree with folks when they say to fear God. I don't fear God because I can't fear Him and love Him at the same time. And if you think about it, it's impossible. When the word speaks of fear, it speaks of reverence, it speaks of honor, it speaks of respect, not fear. And you can transform fear into love. Period. Point blank. That's just my view. That's how I see it. That's my reality. And nothing is going to change that. I've struggled with that for a long time. Fear caused me to suppress. Fear caused me to stay in a box. Fearing God caused me to pray and fast and tarry until my flesh was tired of praying and fasting and tarrying. And I suppressed what I was feeling long enough for me to say, okay, it's good. That urge, that angst is gone, and now I can continue on. But it never resolved the issue. So, my beloveds, in whom God is well pleased, get free Forgive. Ask the questions. If there's somebody you waiting to say, forgive me, don't wait anymore. Just forgive, honey. And if you're somebody who knows you need to ask for forgiveness, ask for it, honey. Ask for it. And even if you don't get what you're looking for, forgive yourself. Forgive you. You allowed your hurt to hurt somebody else. Forgive that. Be legitimately, genuinely, sincerely sorry for that. And express it however you express it. There are no magic words to say. We always say the magic word is I'm sorry or will you forgive me? Sometimes it's just an action. Sometimes it's just us owning the thing, whatever the thing is. That's freeing us too. But at any rate, I hope that you enjoyed the affirmation for the day. I have. And I'll see you in the future.